Shalom, brothers and sisters, back with another video. In this video, I want to talk about Ezra chapter 9, verse 2. All right. And I want to talk about First Maccabees chapter 8, verse 7 through 25. All right. I'm trying to make this as quick as possible. All right. So when we look at Ezra chapter 9, verse 2, right, today I'm talking about the agreement that Israel made with the Greeks. All right, so first, let's look in the Tanakh at Ezra chapter 9, verse 2, and it reads, "For they have taken of their daughters in marriage for themselves and for their sons, and the sacred offspring of Israel have intermingled with the peoples of the land, and the hand of the officers and the chiefs has been foremost in this transgression." So your pastors, your apostles, your elders, these so-called leaders, these prophets of Baal, right, which are the majority, they have been leading you to a burning house, pretty much. Just like Martin Luther King said he was doing, leading his people into a burning house. All right, they made a covenant with the peoples of the other land. Now, let's go to First Maccabees chapter 8, verse 7 through 25. All right, I want to read all of this. And it says, "And they took him alive and appointed that both he and such as reigned after him should give them a great tribute, and should give hostages and a parcel of land, the country of India and Media and Lydia, and of the attractive of their countries. And they took them from him and gave them to King Uminus. And how they of Greece took counsel to come and destroy them. And the thing was known to them, and they sent against them a captain, and fought against them. And many of them fell down, wounded to death. And they made captive their wives and their children, and plundered them, and conquered their land, and pulled down their strongholds, and plundered them, and brought them into bondage to this day." All right? "And the residue of the kingdoms and of the isles, as many as rose up against them at any time, they destroyed and made them to be their servants. But with their friends and such as relied on them, they stayed friends. And they conquered the kingdoms that were near and those that were far off." We're talking about the Greeks. "And all that heard of their fame were afraid of them. Moreover, whoever they will to help and to make kings, these do they make kings, and whoever they will do they depose. And they are exalted exceedingly. And for all this, none of them ever put on a diadem, neither did they clothe themselves with purple to be magnified by it. And how they had made for themselves a senate house, and day by day 320 men sat in council always, consulting for the people, to the end they might be well ordered." Right? That's your American government. All right? That's what your United States is. A united confederate government that is a collective of people that makes up laws for you, with one person ruling over everybody. All right? "And how they committed their government to one man year by year, that he should rule over them and be lord over all their country, and all are obedient to that one. And there is neither envy nor emulation among them. And Judas chose Upalimus, the son of John, the son of Achos, and Jason, the son of Eleazar, and sent them to Rome, to establish friendship and alliance with them. And they should take that they should take the yoke from them, for they saw that the kingdom of the Greeks kept Israel in bondage. And they went to Rome, and the way was exceedingly long. And they entered into the senate house, and answered and said, Judas, who is also called Maccabeus, and his countrymen, and the people of the Jews have sent us to you, to make a confederacy and peace with you, and that we might be registered your allies and friends. and the thing was well pleasing in their sight. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the copy of the writing which they wrote back again on the tablets of brass and sent to Jerusalem, that it might be with them there for a memorial of peace and confederacy. Good success be to the Romans and the nation of the Jews by sea and by land forever. The sword also and the enemy be far from them. But if war arise for Rome first, or any of their allies in all their dominion, the nation of the Jews will help them as allies, as the occasion will prescribe to them with all their heart. I'm going to skip down to verse 29. I'm going to read this last verse. According to these words, have the Romans made a covenant with the people of the Jews. So, our forefathers made a illegitimate covenant with our enemies against the advisory of Yah, the God of Israel. They made a covenant. Yah is not pleased with this covenant. And if you want to be a part of that 1/3, you must annul this covenant right here. Get rid of it. Leave them prophets of Baal, them false apostles, them false pastors, them false elders. They're false. They're serving idols. You need to leave those churches. Stop going to church on Sunday, serving the sun god, serving Zeus. Because when you say Jesus, you're saying hail Zeus. You're giving homage to Amen-Ra when you say Amen. Stop serving the prophets of Baal and Jezebel. Children of Israel, it's time to leave your idolatry and come back to the laws, statutes, and commandments that were given to you.